What's up? What's up? What's up? We back with another edition of the best podcast you never heard of, The Conceited Nobody. This is episode 177 according to our experts, our resident counters. How are you gentlemen doing?
Great.
I hope these mics are not.
Living the dream.
Somebody's dream. It is.
That's the answer you give at work, just by standard robotic rule interaction. Living the dream.
I was just telling somebody this yesterday. No bullshit last night. I was saying that when I say that shit, it probably sounds cliche. Like there's no way he could be this positive. But I'm like, I've seen some horrible ass shit.
Like this nigga always act like he's just been through the most dire situation.
And that's the thing. I ain't even been through the most dire situation.
Well, what have you seen? Come on, Savon. Hey, first off, we need everybody focused. Everybody focused. Everybody, all hands on deck. You already know what it is. This is Latour's, a.k.a. Dark Skin Thanos, a.k.a. Hard Five Harrison, a.k.a. the introverted alpha male. I'm the introverted alpha. I got that new moniker. And I ask all of you to refer to me as that. It's sort of like the artist formerly known as.
I'm about to say that's the opposite of the apex predator.
No.
No.
Why would you say that?
What did you say?
I said the introverted alpha.
Introverted alpha.
It's the nigga. It's the cat off He-Man.
That's like you the.
It's the cat off He-Man.
No, it's like the Don. It's like the boss that don't say nothing but he do a lot. See, the apex predator sound more aggressive. I think that's what I was. I think that's the sense that I got from that.
Apex predator is the alpha of the alphas.
You gonna eat a nigga to get to the top. That's the apex predator.
I'm gonna say the nigga to eat a nigga. But maybe one who equates relationships and friendships to, I don't know. But what the fuck?
177.
177. And to my left, we have the guy with the dreads, sunglasses, all red, looking like a dark skinned Kool-Aid man.
Yup, y'all know what it is. DJ motherfucking 25 for y'all. I'm gonna start talking some shit. So, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes I really want to say some shit. Other times I just want to vibe and listen. But I do like when he do that motherfucking whoop effect, though.
That's the motherfucking whoop on concrete.
Yeah. Woo! Ric Flair.
I don't do so fucking much. I'm over here trying to fucking get the mics ready and shit. I'm over here texting to see how the motherfucking mic sound and shit. This motherfucker talking about I'm not answering questions. I'm trying to do my motherfucking show, man. The pitfalls of relationships. Go ahead.
Pitfalls of relationships.
God damn.
A lot of them work, a lot of them don't.
Shit. You're so deep. You're deep.
Man, look.
Hold on, you about to open up a can of worms.
Stop that shit.
I'm trying to be like a playing shit. And I can tell you why it don't work. I can put on my.
Nigga.
There it is.
It's all good. That would just be, you say venting.
Oh.
You already know what it is. The man in the hour to my left.
It's your boy, Jason Ritchie, a.k.a. Go Jason R, a.k.a. Vanessa Williams, a.k.a. Send me the cash on Cash App right now. If you got it, it's cheaper. A.k.a. Marty McHigh, a.k.a. Senor Tezito to the Latino people, a.k.a. your favorite comedian, guys. Follow me on all social media at Jason R. And make sure you're following at TCKPodcast, guys. Yeah, boy.
And we have
Nigger punch.
That's a permanent joke now. That was a joke.
Yeah.
That shit's fucked up.
It's a staple now.
On everything.
Tell me the nigga punch story. Okay, I'm finna start. I
I'm
can't
really
wait
gonna
to
go outside and get some nigger punching in the back.
Man, it can't be grown ups, man. Those are not adults.
Listen, they are sitting at that picnic table, the picnic table, and they are out here talking about nothing. And I'm very disappointed that they do it that loud.
They are of legal age, but they are not adults.
That's never stopped me. But anyway,
It's never stopped me.
to my right.
I think legal age 16.
Just so you can see it. Are you going to stand by that? Or are you going to refute my allegations? Will you please, Chris, go to Chris Hansen?
This nigga got strong Kentucky, Tennessee standards, bro, about this shit, bro. You gotta fucking shout out to Kentucky and Tennessee.
Word up. Word the fuck up. But am I right? We got a resident do nothing. He was supposed to be doing a mic check, but evidently he thought we was his job 2 weeks ago. I gave him an assignment and he didn't even adhere to it. Shout out to Javon.
How do the mic check?
Javon, he like, nigga, listen to the show on your phone.
Right.
He like Wilson. He like Wilson.
Home improvement?
Yeah. He don't think nobody ever sees his face. Just his forehead and eyes. Shout out to Javon though. But what's going on? I feel like I had something to say. How was your weekend, Jason?
It was what were you saying? Oh no, it was a good weekend. It was just a very domesticated, like doing basic shit type of shit. I feel like I didn't get nothing done because I had to do 10 to life things. So it was cool though. It was cool.
You had to do no backyard comedy shows?
No backyard comedy shows, no real yard comedy shows, a lot of writing and editing. Just trying to get these 45 minutes ready and ready for these shows coming up. I had a fucking tooth break too, so that was like, oh shit, I gotta go put this dinner shit into my shit now too. So I better hurry up and do that so I can be on stage. It definitely is, man. Big holes in my face, nigga. These ain't nostrils, nigga. That was from that.
Oh, great call. Great call. Speaking of drug use and TCKPodcast, last week we did a few videos. Pretty good response for the most part. The Wolf on Concrete had some tall tales he was selling. I had a couple of them, I'm not bullshit, say how much of the story you believe. That's what somebody asked me. But,
they must be avid listeners if they post.
Yeah, he has a reputation. Hey, and I'm not saying that it's, you know what I'm saying?
They like it.
They love it. Hey, look. Haters love it, just notice it. But the important thing is...
You be talking like a girl, nigga. You be having the most girl quotes
ever. No, nigga.
Good grief.
You just so, you a meniscal thinker sometimes.
Okay, just repeat it real quick. Just repeat it. And then this time, do your head like this.
I don't even know why I be paying attention to you. Anyway, damn it, made me forget my motherfucking train.
Yeah, forget his rap.
You said, go to the...
Yeah, just give me like a line or something and come back to me.
Turn on.
He said, I forgot what you said.
We was talking about the, you extending the stories. Allegedly.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know why somebody think that I would ever have to like kick it. You ain't got a lie, Craig. Like it's people with way better stories than me.
He been waiting to say you ain't got a lie, Craig. He finally got that fucking moment. Go ahead.
Man, it's people with way doper lives and better stories.
I agree.
I done just had some interesting time before shit, man. So
and that's okay. And it was a fantastic story. Not like the way the story came out. Something to look forward to. I can't remember what I titled it. What did I title it? Jeremy's
True Tales.
True Tales, yeah. And he looked very suave on the cover. Thanks to my editing, because you ugly, really. But I did a wonderful job photoshopping.
I think I look motherfucking good.
I'm fucking with you. You ain't got to prove nothing to me.
Jason,
you get any feedback on the interview? The impromptu interview had me feeling like Black Vladimir.
Not no direct feedback, but I see it again. I got a couple of views.
How you like it?
It was cool. It was.
Did
You know what? When I watched that shit, it made me really reflect and be like, man, nigga, I don't know. I'll be down on my shit. Really, what it be is I downplay a lot of it because I don't give myself no credit. Because when you ask me like what the biggest thing I did a lot of big shit. But right on, sound man. But I did a lot of big shit though. But it just like
big shit?
I just don't feel like if I ain't where I want to be, I ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can give yourself some credit. You can give yourself some credit, but it just be like, man, that ain't. It don't. It for me, it's like, all right, yeah, next. Like not yeah, next, but it's just like that wasn't shit, man. That ain't what I want. But you know, I take it on the way. Like, I don't know.
So you feel like that even if your accomplishments, you feel like they could be more, bigger? When you say you down on yourself, do you think you downplaying the things that you have done?
I am, but I'm making a lot of progress, really. Like, I've been headlining a lot more, so that's like a big deal because to even be considered to do something like that, people got a lot of faith that you had that much material and that people want to see you for that fucking long. So I'm even flattered that people want to see me for 30 minutes.
They don't love me. They don't love me.
Because I'll be like, motherfuckers don't be listening to shit. When you put shit out on the internet, motherfuckers, you be like, motherfuckers don't watch this shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about this shit. And it shows.
How discouraging is that?
You know, because that's why I just that's why I just post shit and just be like, fuck it, I don't care. I like this shit. That's why it takes so long for some shit to come out sometimes. Cause I scrutinize and I'll be like, because you know that's what we do. Another motherfucker gonna come behind me and eat that motherfucker up and be like, man, we're gonna shoot holes all through that shit. Like, nigga, that shit look weird right there. When that nigga had blinked like that, they gonna loop that shit and they gonna become a TikTok or a reel or some shit, goofy shit.
Man. What would you say?
Comedians is savage.
More difficult. Dead audience where nothing connecting, or trying to fuck a fat white chick in the summertime and the AC don't work.
This is how come you never leave the interview.
Damn, that was man, you know what? You definitely need to be a quarterback. How you threw the misdirect. Nigga, I really thought he was gonna say like
he had some substance.
A direct correlation, like is it harder for a live audience or like the not live audience? And I'm like, not live.
But to his point though, he do got a point though.
Sometimes you really want that ride on though.
I'd rather walk.
It's gonna probably be hard to connect to a fat bitch, nigga, with your shit.
You get lost.
Yeah.
You get lost. The fat girls laugh more than normal girls. Normal. Our big girls jolly.
Earth girls are easy.
Dude, like, is it?
You know what's crazy though?
No,
real shit.
What's crazy is you interrupted my deep question. Sauce. Hold on, put some sauce on that motherfucker. Get the fuck out.
That nigga didn't
There
wait.
might be a sound effect for that. Sorry, Jason, we borrowed that. But no, and what I want to ask though, because you are a resident comedian, is it a particular crowd that you're going to knowing that it's going to be like tough to like, you know what I'm saying, to convey your shit to?
Usually it's when it's not, like when people didn't come there for comedy or the person who's hosting it don't establish like, hey, this is a comedy show. For you who not have been to a comedy show before, sit down, shut the fuck up and listen and laugh when you think it's funny. Maybe you could say, like, respond when the comedian say some shit to you, but shut the fuck up and listen, you paid.
Have you ever wanted to fight somebody in a comedy show?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it'd be for that exact reason. I'm like, why the fuck did you pay for this? Like, nigga, I work hard for this. You paid for this, and I'm probably not even getting paid for this.
So, just back to the impromptu interview.
But it was, it just, for me, just some shit that I need to do for interviews better. Nigga, I watch everything like it's game tape, nigga.
On everything.
I'll be like, nigga, that shit suck, nigga.
Is it hard?
That shit suck, nigga. Do that better. Sit up.
Do you think that make it more hard to appreciate yourself though?
Yes.
Because when you fuck with yourself first, it's like you criticize. Like you're not even looking for when you really,
just like me.
When you really like or love what you're doing, man, it's hard to have fun doing it, and because you don't know who's saying they like it just because they like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you don't know like what's what, and you feel like you're your biggest critic. Like everybody. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say the beauty of doing like something creative, even like this podcast, it's like the shit be dope as fuck in the moment, and the art of it be dope.
Right.
The actual product be dope, but then like what come after that, you scrutinize over that shit and you gotta promote this shit. Like it's that part that you be like, oh my god, nobody fucking cares. I just put all this fucking work into it. We said some genius ass shit. Nobody give a fuck.
Ain't that crazy? Especially when I go back and listen. Like I told you, man. Like in the moment, I have a hard time not hearing nobody else but myself. All I say, I like to hear myself talk. I say some real shit. But when I go back,
that was me going, what? I say some real shit. So I was trying to be surprised. So I was like, oh, man. Because even though you have blind and you're funny looking, you do drop some shit sometimes.
Hey, man. take my comments wherever I get them.
Yeah,
I'm like a Dutchman bitch out here. You can't give me with these backhead comments and big compliments and think I won't accept them. But what I say when I go back and listen to them, it's like everybody's saying something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just I got so caught up in the moment. So that's why when I always like advocate for us to go back and listen to them, man, because you can hear, and sometimes it tell me to dial back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I enjoy that off session and got enough material, especially from Jeremy and shit, to rock around a couple. But
I'll be better next time, though. That's how I feel. Everything. I'll be better next time. But no, for real. I was kind of off guard. I ain't gonna make up no excuse.
And I want to what made me think about this was the fact that when you kept going to the car doing them lines and shit, you came in.
Yeah, I kept doing them bumps. Nah.
Hey, that's part of because we here.
I ain't have my chapstick. I ain't have my eye drop. I'm like, nigga, I gotta look halfway decent. Right, I gotta look halfway presentable for this shit.
And it didn't help because you was sitting there looking hiding a bitch.
That's why I was like,
came in talking about, I just did a line.
And that was the funny part because we was already here joking about it and shit.
Oh, I know. I was laughing on the way through. Yeah. Like I'm doing crack, nigga. Like, no, not even no coke.
but look though, and before we move on, the only thing that was super disturbing was how absent-mindedly, how in just autopilot Javon was sitting back here doing his gang signs.
That was hilarious.
That shit was weird. I have no idea. Like he went on autopilot and just that nigga start fucking banging. That motherfucker.
That nigga like my hands just don't know nothing else but he was like Ricky Bobby with the gang sign. Like what the fuck do with my hands?
Shadow puppets and shit.
I did talk to him about that though.
Did you? You the one trained him. This is blood.
I told him I understand.
Boy.
You said what?
I told him I understand.
Oh, okay, that's real nigga shit. We done fuck them niggas.
But I also did tell him he ain't really put on no.
Well, you wasn't. Was you really doing gang songs, or was you just fucking?
I really can't remember.
See, I told you, man, he was on autopilot. Man. He don't even know he did that shit.
Gotta watch the clip again.
Hey, that shit is in his blood. He's a blood by blood, not relation. He can't even help what's going on. But we had a fantastic weekend kicking it though. We had housewarming over Jermaine crib. We had fun.
Housewarming was dope.
We had fun. Jeremy was drunk as a bitch. Jeremy was drunk. I gotta show you this video, man. Jeremy. Hey, first off, it was a little shotgun about this big. And Jeremy was using the scope to get.
But Jeremy did knock off like majority of it.
Listen, I ain't gonna tell the same story at the same time. You got part 2, I got part 1. He was scraping up food, nigga, taco shit. Like he pushed the taco meat to the lettuce and pushed the shredded cheese and put a little cup in. I said, this nigga drunk. Cause it was like tortilla shells and spoons and forks. He was using the cup. Hey, and that nigga was sweating, but he was only sweating on his forehead. Like it was like a glowing ass dot, man. I said that shit to Barry. Marty said, man, why the nigga forehead sweating like that? Like that stood out.
Yeah, the headband was still sweating.
On everything. Hey, he didn't tell me bye when he left.
He was a
pass. He was inebriated.
I said by the whoever was there.
Hey, and then you gonna look really crazy on camera fuck with your phone like that, FYI. The camera looks crazy when you sit there just texting away like that. And that's just me when you want to look big gang because you shot me. You hear that shit? Hold on.
I don't have any duct tape. It's at the
hey, what's been going on in Chicago? Chicago is having a hell of a time. We are on the heels of this, as I like to refer to as a pandemic. I sent y'all in a group chat where we was talking about a few other topics, and I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought about the Cook County judge who ruled that the woman couldn't have visitation rights with her child because she wasn't vaccinated.
Nah, I read a bunch into that story.
Go ahead.
And that judge was just crazy, man, because the dad wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
The mama wasn't tripping. This nigga just took it upon himself. What's fucked up about it is that.
Hold on, let's just not delve into it because we know about it. Let's for the people for listening. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Then we offer their commentary. A Cook County judge who took away a woman's child custody rights because she hadn't been vaccinated against COVID-19 rescinded that order Monday, but the legal battle appears set to continue. Rebecca Ferlet, a Chicago Pilsen neighborhood. Are y'all familiar with that hood?
Yeah, that's mostly Hispanic hood.
Said she and her ex-husband, Matthew Devine, were in a child support hearing regarding their 11-year-old son, August the 10th, when Judge James Shapiro asked if she had been vaccinated. And you have to wonder what, leads him to ask that. When Fleury replied that she had not, she told the Tribune she was bedridden and sick as a dog from previous vaccines and was advised by a doctor not to receive the shot. Shapiro suspended her parenting time until she demonstrated sufficient proof to this court of vaccination against COVID-19 according to court documents. Chicago WFLD Channel 32 News ran a story on Shapiro's order over the weekend, and on Monday the judge vacated, citing precedent in which judges were restrained from changing custody agreements on their own volition. The spokesman for Cook County, Chief Judge Tim Evans, said court rules mean neither Evans nor Shapiro can comment on the case. Fleury attorney Annette Fernhold said Shapiro's latest order kind of invites the dad to bring the issue back before him. And indeed, Devian lawyer said he planned to file an emergency motion seeking to reinstate the first one. The motion did not appear in electoral court records as of Monday. That's in parentheses. So we get the gist of it. Attorney Jeffrey said his client had been planning to bring up his wife's vaccination status if the judge had not done it first. Rescinding. So this, to your point, he was going to bring it up, Jeremy. He was going to bring it up.
I see the one I read earlier.
I did too, though. I seen the same thing you saw. But let's just go on with this, though. We all know that there's the push for vaccinations that is at an unprecedented high. We never seen nothing like this.
And did you go down the rabbit hole just for that story? I talk about all the jails and court systems around the country offering people time off, like time served,
For real?
community
For real?
service.
They paying them.
What?
Yeah, man. Like, because you know how they be like, if you like this story, I just started clicking on shit. I was like, damn, like, I'm talking about they knocking time off people, like shit. They doing it as part of your probation.
Well, let's talk about that in a second. Let's get this one out real quick. Out of the way real quick.
Lee, say that 3 times fast.
No, I fucked up the first time slow. But we have our views. First off, I'm definitely, it's not just the COVID vaccine, the corona vaccine, the Pfizer pill, and a shot form. I'm against all vaccinations. The children to get vaccinated. I never take a flu shot. I'm a firm believer in that all the healing that you need is in the earth, whether it be herbs or plants. Sometimes I do indulge in taking like I said, for quick relief. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of a headache by eating a leaf, I'm gonna eat the leaf. But the mandate of a vaccination, or the proposed mandate, which they doing it in subtle ways, whether it's a threat of taking your job and even now taking your children, which is being predicted. People have been saying that this type of thing was going to occur, and I believe that this is the first overt example of this. We all have our views of the vaccine and COVID. I always said that we're not seeing the body stacked up to match the death rate that they're proposing, or when we go back and look at the death rate over the course of the year, it hasn't jumped up past the year before. So of course I believe it's a hoax. I have many theories to believe why it's being pushed, but I won't talk about it here. Y'all pause, man. Like, do y'all think that vaccination should be mandatory first and foremost?
Mandatory for who? No.
Anybody, an American citizen who's a free, quote unquote free.
Nothing should be mandatory, man, because people always should have the freedom of choice and just freedom to move to their own groove. You take away people's inalienable rights, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I don't think it should be necessarily mandatory, but realistically, me speaking from being vaccinated on some mandatory shit,
You got vaccinated?
No, I'm talking about like in the past, like past vaccines and shit like that. Like I know better. Obviously.
Yeah.
And that's I can only say that's cool for shit that I've never caught and don't exist no more, and that's preventative, like actual cures. Like if you gonna mandate a cure or like something that's for sure preventative, all right, maybe. But I still don't believe in making nobody do anything. No, for one thing, let me say that. Be clear. But like if it's like you gotta you mandated in order to do certain things, like how they trying to do now, it gotta work at the very least. You know what I'm saying? It's not even proven to work or prevent anything or cure anything. No capacity of work.
So it's not promising when you see people who have been vaccinated catch corona.
And even fucking people who fucking Capitol Hill was sitting up there saying like they fighting against it being mandated, and they saying it's not been proven to work in any capacity, and if it did, it don't work no more because there's a new
boosters.
Yeah, so like you can't keep mandating boosters, so that shit dumb to me. Period. I think that shit dumb. Just off the strength of you talking about mandating vaccine.
And does it seem like when somebody is like advocating at such a high level to where they threatening to take your child away? First off, they treat her like a nigga. That's the most railroad shit. Like you wonder what would prompt the judge to ask that. You know what I'm saying? You wonder what makes the judge say, "Hey, this you look sneezy."
Right? Was she sick? Did she catch the shit ever?
I have no idea.
You didn't ever go down that rabbit hole. Did she ever catch the shit?
She never had it.
And it's fucked up because
I felt like it's just racism at that point.
It's scary.
Cause I'm looking at the last names and shit. And I'm like, this Pilsen. It sounds probably like they being racist.
She was white. The judge like Hispanic or something.
See, that's either way.
But it's just
I know it was one of
they had stories all over the country about people just.
But have we seen any though where judges took children? Have we seen that? So this is a higher presidents right here, and it's scary. This shit's scary because I wouldn't know how to react in a situation like this. If they're like, we're gonna keep your daughter in this safe zone.
It's a hostage situation.
It's very on everything. But we've been victims of hostage situations, thus we're here in America. But how do you defend that when we give these supposed judges and things all this power and shit, and when they just regular people, but we get on this authority? That's how come I was just telling motherfuckers I do not vote in a system and shit that is flimsy and it works. It's whimsical. It'll work for you when it wants to work for you, but when it wants to railroad you, take the children, they take the land, they take your freedom. When they want to at their own, basically just their feelings and shit, and it's nothing you can do. So for me to say I don't vote is because I don't want to feel like I got this on my hands. Because when you vote for somebody, you vote and then you say you support everything they're going to do from here on out. You put your faith and your vote into their campaign, and now you are my representative. And it's some wild shit, man. It's one of the most egregious things I've done seen. And I don't know, I don't know what the social media response to this was. Like, was it a huge outcry? Jeremy, you said you went down the rabbit hole. What were some of the most crazy things you saw?
It was just about other stories. This story seemed like it's kind of swept under the rug or something. For sure.
I know.
But like they ain't been talking about it because the crazy thing is like the way they first spun it, they was like the daddy, he was happy with it, but he was kind of mad though. Like it wasn't like they concerned because the dad said he wasn't getting it, and they was unsure what they was gonna do about the kid. And the worst part is they had joint custody though.
The father said he not getting it.
Huh?
The father said he not getting a shot.
That's what he was saying at first. But the crazy part is
he getting victory by any means necessary.
The crazy part is they had joint custody. She wasn't a non-custodial parent. So for them to do that though, they already had joint custody. And they said Shorty was living with her like most of the time. So
this can end up a lawsuit.
Oh,
this could definitely go to a lawsuit territory.
Foaming at the mouth of that case.
I don't know Chicago. How liberal is Chicago? It's super liberal. It's a blue state, right? So it's gonna be hard. Like I wonder, like what's the outcry gonna be because people are divided by party lines. Where I'm sure he's a Democrat. There's no doubt in my mind.
They typically gonna fight with a woman no matter what.
Nigga, when it comes to shit like this, when it comes to something like this, I will hope in this particular situation that they rally behind her because this is deep. This is
You know, marry as a woman now. Come on, man. Like
that little goofy black lady. And who's to
Lori Lightfoot.
Who's to confirm that is a lady?
Confirm.
Anybody
Corona destroyer. I'm sorry.
Can anybody prove that that's a lady? That's the one who would have died, gang.
Yeah.
The old.
For lack of better.
No, perfect. Can you imagine if she been eating pussy longer than we've been alive, perhaps? That's
pussy predator. Dykes could do that.
Can you imagine? And I hope that you can't, but I'm just asking for the sake of conversation. Could you imagine her standing there with them saying, yes, he was just strapped on, you know, some young white lady?
Come on now. That's what she looked. That's how she looked. She was saying.
Oh, turn over. Turn over. Hey. Would you hear her?
That bitch probably built like a brick shit house.
Would you hear her? Javon, you think he don't know? Would you hear her?
What the fuck? Man, Lori,
how much did you charge?
Huh?
How much you charge? Because everybody has a price. How much did you charge?
This ain't $1 million, man. Look, Lori don't have nothing feminine about her.
Nothing. Who she look like? She like Rodney Dangerfield, don't she?
She look like Scarecrow.
I think his name was like Jackie Mason, the guy from Caddyshack 2.
I don't know, man. But you pull up Rodney Dangerfield, that shot in that little gray box. It should be weird, man. This Rodney Dangerfield. Give it any respect. And more Chicago news devastating. I was trying not to get to this, but goddamn, we had to. In court, a man testified that he was abused by Robert Kelly. Chicago is not a safe place for parents or fucking teenage boys. In court, the man identified only as Lewis. Anybody familiar with Lewis who likes dick? Singer dick? Lewis. He claimed that the singer lured him to his home in the studio when he was just 17 to help him with his music career. Instead, he says Kelly abused him. Lewis said his relationship with R. Kelly lasted 10 years and that it began at a McDonald's drive-thru. It's a romantic story. When he was a high school student, it ended sometime in the year after Kelly's 2019 arrest after Lewis decided to cooperate with the feds. Is Lewis a snitch?
Definitely.
Kelly allegedly asked him when he was at the studio if he had fantasies about men. He told Kelly he did not. But for the right record deal, Lewis said Kelly then unzipped his pants and started performing oral sex on him.
Nigga, this shit sound outlandish.
Yeah, I ain't
Not even R. Kelly.
I wasn't, there's nothing off the table with Robert. I wasn't into it. He said you remind him of a Jeep. When somebody describes you as a Jeep, he'll fuck a boy.
No, it ain't outlandish with the story. It's outlandish because there's something missing.
Oh, it's definitely something.
That's
the motherfucking background.
He ain't just start unzipping that nigga pants and he was cool with it and said, nope, that's not good. Yeah. And then R. Kelly said, I'm not good at this, I'm gonna stop. No!
Unzip no man's pants.
No.
Unless he wanted it.
And then,
it's impossible.
And a man not from, first of all, niggas not finna stop no head.
Hold on, hold on.
Where you going?
Okay, Jason.
Because that nigga.
Oh, finish your story.
Because that nigga said, that nigga was like, hold on, I'm gonna pull your head so I can explain. That nigga said, what? No, I don't like that head, R. Kelly. And R. Kelly was like, I'm gonna stop because I'm not good at this. Nigga, stop.
Hey, I wasn't listening because there might be some validity to this. I wasn't into it and I was not getting a reaction, so we stopped. Lewis testified. He had told me to keep it between me and him. But this goes 10 years later.
Still like
how do you like halfway suck a dick? And then like how
you get assaulted for 10 years?
Sugar Ray Robertson said he got molested by his manager. I mean by his coach.
Find me the article.
Find
me the fucking article.
Everybody know about that.
The greatest fighter ever. What, he didn't get his dick sucked in the locker room. I guarantee he ain't put no dick in his mouth. Nigga might have brushed up wantonly against his ass.
No,
the champ ain't take no dick.
So he tried to make R. Kelly sound better. Like he started to when he stopped.
First off, not only did you just do it, but you couldn't even do it good. First off, there's no such thing as luring a 17-year-old. What's the age you consent, Jeremy?
Well, Chicago was 18. Indiana 16.
Is that why you moved here? Hey, this is disgusting, and I'm gonna say it, man. I believe this shit. Not maybe in this exact way, But I believe that Lewis is first off, Lewis. And the only thing that made me believe is that the R. Kelly lawyer asked for it to be not allowed. You know what I'm saying? The testimony not to be allowed. And it's rough, man. This is like the greatest fall ever. Have y'all seen a fall worse than this?
That's the New York Times in his book he talked about it. Say it's called sexually abused.
What did the sexual abuse entail?
It don't matter.
It do matter. If a nigga touch your neck in a freaky way as opposed to just grab you by your face and tongue kiss you, nigga, it's a big difference.
Leering at him.
Yeah, hey, I like that, Jason. I'm gonna use that. Leering at me.
Leering at me.
Your thoughts? If you could say anything to R. Kelly, what would you say, Jeremy? Your homie?
Man, I think he being railroaded. I think some of this shit is coming out the woodwork. I believe a nigga named Lewis.
What exactly you mean is coming out the woodwork?
A nigga named Lewis was like sitting in the crib. He probably was a motherfucking engineer homie or something on like a fucking one-time studio session. Seen him, was like, shit, let me get in on this. I'm gonna get some of this motherfucking lawsuit cash and my 10 minutes of fame.
They only using he's not getting fame out of it. Well, not right now. Probably.
Yeah, you know, he gonna try to do a tell-all book and shit and be on somebody's couch crying, just like all these regular ass bitches is and shit. Cause
So
you
you
can't
think
keep no hoes.
shaming? That's where we at.
I'll give folks a call. You just can't keep no hoes that don't want to be kept.
So he should have just left Lewis at McDonald's and shit where he was at. That's what you saying? Cause you.
I mean, I don't believe the Lewis part.
Should have went with Lewis.
He should, especially. I would expect
They go together.
after Aaliyah and other. What else? Aaliyah and.
A string of other.
And it's crazy because we can't really point out a bunch of women. You just gonna leave his wife, and you really drop down to a Lewis.
And you gotta remember too the tomboyish or the boyish how they used to keep the girls that looked like the boy around all the time. So that shit was.
You think he thought Lewis was a tomboy?
Nah, he was definitely like into some boy shit.
R. Kelly is sick motherfucker.
Like it's like I don't look like you said accurately. I don't think that's how that shit happened, but I don't put it past that shit happened. It probably did for 10 years. It probably happened.
Jeremy, you ever worked at a restaurant? Fast food?
Mm-hmm.
How old was
Shit, I was 16. I was.
you? You said in the drive, R. Kelly comes in and say, hey, you dark skin. What's your response?
How much?
What's your response?
Niggas.
No.
Nobody ever
I'm
tried
asking
you like that, man.
No, hold on. This ain't just a regular nigga. This is your favorite singer, R. Kelly. And you know, R. Kelly, listen, okay, well, you might like niggas who can sing. So look, now you're on some real shit. Hey man, what's up? You wanna come to the studio later? What would you say? Just off that, no, I wanna fuck you, just you wanna come to the studio later. You said, you know he filthy rich, you know it's R. Kelly.
Yeah, he probably got like the bitches in the car with him.
No, he by himself at this point. He get no cheeseburger, no pickles. So he pulls up on you and shit like, hey, you wanna ride with me and shit to the crib?
Like, for what?
Just to hang out, man. I got a big ass mansion and shit. I know you like big houses. Talking about your boss house when you do the labor. You was talking about your boss house to tear a hole. So I gotta wait. I can put your boss house in my bathroom. So would you like to come hang out? If R. Kelly asked you to drive through and shit, we just come hang out.
Look, I be trying to tell you.
Listen.
Man,
I don't want this to be a short answer. R. Kelly.
The short answer is no, man.
Okay. That's it. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's the first step. Avoid getting your dick sucked by R. Kelly. Don't go through it out.
That's all you gotta say.
Right there. That's all.
You ain't getting
no.
You ain't getting your dick sucked if you don't want your dick sucked, man.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, but
So Lewis wanted it.
right.
Lewis wanted that shit.
When R. Kelly was
10
like,
years.
let me just get up, fuck you on, gang.
That
You
nigga
know,
reach.
how you getting to like foot distance to me? The fuck, blood?
So now you gonna turn to a gangster on R. Kelly. You getting defensive, nigga.
You-
Just say no. You don't have to fight.
No, I don't
Listen,
think
okay, more
R.
kind.
Kelly did that shit though. I'm just saying.
Why don't you think that?
Because I ain't never thought R. Kelly was a homo. He just,
You sound just like everybody else got raped by their uncle. I thought Uncle Timmy was nice.
man, look, I ain't never heard
you
about
go
R. Kelly being
unsuspecting.
gay.
Fuck, you supposed to nigga, you don't know shit about it. Up until the time happened, you know, in there pissing on girls in the bathroom, did you?
Man, everybody
No,
like
they
that
didn't.
bitch.
Dawson
Yeah,
said
they did.
pissing on them.
Man, look,
Hold on, I ain't gonna say nothing on air, but did you hear what he said? Everybody we like young bitches. Listen, hey, more Chicago news, man. Anybody heard the Kanye album?
Yeah, I heard it.
Your thoughts?
Said I like it for what it is.
Oh no,
I'll be glad
don't
when the
compartmentalize this shit. What do you like? What do you like about it?
the beats, the features. It's a tad bit too long though. Some of the songs you could have scared back.
Balls.
That's what he do, man.
Yeah, you know, ain't brand new.
That's what he do.
What's your perfect size? Go ahead.
Fabio had a cool track.
Do you even know the name of the song? Can you name the name of 4 songs on that motherfucker?
Well, actually, hold on. Okay, part 1. Okay, part 2.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it is. Cause they got G Ruga on it. Shit, hold on. Television with Pop Smoke.
You ain't gotta go through the whole track.
No, I was waiting for. We're not doing okay. Distinct titles.
That's 3 songs right there. Shit.
Lord.
Donda.
Oh, fuck! That's the worst intro ever. This your intro, dude.
I ain't listened to that shit because I knew what it was gonna be.
Did you get a chant?
Yeah, man.
Listen,
I seen him at the concert. I was like, that's probably the intro.
Oh, you went to the concert?
No, I didn't go.
That shit is garbage.
Shout out to Corey. Corey went to that shit.
Corey was a big fan of that. Corey, I don't understand how niggas like other niggas like that much, man. So I'm not going to know. First off, I'm gonna tell y'all this whole thing reeks of, for the lack of a better word, Satanism. He has a lot of fucking underlying things that if you're not aware, you won't catch them. Even the symbolism and shit from some of the stage shows there, and then like even some of the subject matters. Cause y'all hear Jesus Lord God, and y'all think this nigga really talking about the scriptures. Kanye is on some whole different shit with his bullshit, and it's like a weird ass rock and roll gospel album with some rappers on it. The shit is terrible. It's terrible. It has no replay value. This is my personal opinion. It has no replay value. There's nothing you can't. There's no bars and shit that's just gonna stand out. It was a song. It was one dope song, and I ain't gonna front. And there's probably a lot of dope songs with some people, but it's just one that stood out. It took me like 3 days to get to the final song. I have no idea. It's all over the place. There's no concept. Majority of the songs sound the exact same. Like the themes and shit. It's overproduced and shit. It's the nigga just fucking spit. He did his homework and shit the morning before school. His shit was doing 3rd period. He finished the 2nd period and did this shit. And he told everybody, I'm being done. You know what I'm saying? This shit's being done. Y'all just done. This is genius.
It was definitely one of the greatest displays of marketing power. Like it was amazing. One of the most amazing. Like the way he marketed that shit. I'm like, this nigga here just like nigga. He got y'all to the point where he like. We like, at least he put something out, like 2 words rhymed in one song, nigga. That nigga dropping bars, nigga. Like, that nigga always gonna have some good production. Like,
was the production good?
He gonna have some good production on there. It's just up to you how you feel and what you want to hear about it. But like the actual song, I ain't think that shit was. I was just like, what is this?
Did it sound cinematic to you as opposed to music?
No, I mean I didn't listen to it. I didn't
movie score to me.
I didn't listen to it in order, so I didn't take it in that way. So it didn't seem that way to me when I was listening to it. I was just like he kind of slapped some shit that he got back ownership of together because a lot of shit that you was unreleased would have made a better album. Kind of fucked over some existing songs that was good and made them. To me, and I was like, "What? Why you got Playboy Cardi on here so much? Like that was weird to me. Like, what? You ain't got G Herbo or nothing? Like
that's weird.
You ain't do no real rapping. Like
that's what
it was just like
even
it was
logo, man. Like this, I mean, Kanye be on some shit that if you're not aware of the shit, you won't catch the shit.
And that's why
you're not aware of symbolism.
That's why I couldn't go to that. I was looking at it. I was like, nigga, I ain't stupid. That's that nigga told. I seen a post, and I don't mean to like cut anybody out, but like I seen a post that a nigga did. Like, I was watching people posting like afterwards, and they response and how someone was fanning out, and a couple niggas was like, "Man, I got up and left after the first 30 minutes."
because that shit was weird.
Yeah.
They felt that, they caught that. I don't mean to like use the fucking the word, but niggas really caught that vibe and was like, nah, this shit not cool.
Yeah.
And even me watching, I was like, I don't think I would have liked to have been in that atmosphere and shit. Like that was it was eerie.
You have heightened awareness, man. Like,
and it wasn't even a cold ass songs. Like it's like it had to be the coldest fucking music you ever heard for that shit.
When your senses are heightened, man, you sensitive to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you aware. It's like a sixth sense. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ain't seen that motherfucker nigga walk upside down with no head? You know what I'm saying? I thought everybody saw that shit.
Like, why does nigga set himself on fire? Like, this nigga just doing so much stupid shit to make conversation points.
Matter of fact, I was talking to Corey about that. I told him, man, that's like Egyptian or Kemetic symbolism, the phoenix. You know what I'm saying? This is my rebirth. I'm reborn through fire and shit. Kanye is definitely adherent to the dark sciences, the occult, what they consider themselves the depth thinkers and things like that. It's the mystery religions, the mystery Babylon, and it's on full display. And it's sad that he used his mother's name on here. Any other situation, it'd be charming. It'd be something that's magical or respectful, where he used the quotes from interviews and things like that. But he set it off and he set the tone with the chant. It was like a mantra and shit. Like some Hinduism shit.
That shit always weird too.
It's Hinduism and shit. I mean, he's doing what he's doing into the naked eye, and when he keeps saying Jesus, Lord and God, they think that he's really venerating the Most High or the Messiah, but he's doing the opposite of that. It's almost like a mockery, especially when you got the likes of Marilyn Manson on tracks with you. It's a direct conflict to what you supposedly standing for. At the end of the day, he has his right as a musician to do what he wants to. I'm not offended at all, because I'm past being offended by grown men making decisions about their own lives and stuff for me to be affected by it. But it's weird to me how people who just fall for it, you know what I'm saying? Who just all in with the shit.
It's a trendy ass coat.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know, people don't realize that shit. Like, I'm like, nigga, I can listen at something.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta embrace that shit just to listen to some shit or watch something. I ain't gotta be like, I'm about this, nigga, I'm with this, nigga. I'll be like, I like that about this. I don't like this. Something's going on here, or maybe not.
Something's kind of eerie.
Yeah, so some things are foul.
Rotten in Denmark.
Right.
Yeah.
So that shit is like, y'all really y'all drank that nigga Kool-Aid, huh? Like, y'all was waiting for that. He gave you some bullshit and you was satisfied. I'll be going back and listening to everything that ain't never come out.
Get us some football talk real quick before we wrap it up. Anybody, are y'all football fans?
I'm a fair weather.
Yeah, I'm a fair weather.
I love football, so it's hard for me to have this conversation. I'm so ready for I got 3 fantasy football drafts this weekend. This is the most favorite time. I be scared, and I hope
What's
I'm not.
about you gonna pick Cam Newton?
Hold on, we gonna talk about that bum. Listen, no, this is the part that I hate saying shit like this because I don't want something to happen to me. But I be so excited about football season, I think I'm gonna die week 1. I be feeling hey nigga, like when I get ultra excited about a calendar, like a date, I be like, I hope I make it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think. I hope I can at least make it. It's fucked up, nigga. It can happen.
Be fanned out.
Huh?
Even you could be fanned out.
I'm a football fan. I'm not a fan of a man. He's
fanned out.
I'm not here saying I don't believe he suck dick just because I like it.
Nigga, you fanned out. You just fanned out for football.
I'm a football fanatic. But
Fanned
you don't
out.
understand what I'm saying? I'm a fan because I'm involved in the context. I got a chance to make money.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm a
Fanned
fan of my
out is the
ability.
best.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely.
Perfect. Now you fanned out.
Perfect assessment, Jason. Thank you. You deserve everything you about to get right here. Because you are the greatest.
Thanks for that button press, bro. And he shut it off early, nigga. Half of whatever the fuck that was.
Because I didn't know if you were being true to yourself. Y'all familiar with the Bishop Sycamore story? You ain't hip to that shit?
No.
Listen, the most funny shit ever in life. Bishop Sycamore. I only seen it first. I only seen Cam Newton got cut by the Patriots today.
Right.
I thought Cam Newton was gonna be the starting quarterback. They drafted Matt Jones first round out of Alabama. New England has a system. Boy,
I'm about to say he didn't get picked up by
he got to clear waivers before he get picked up by anybody. But it's rumored that I'm on a different team. But anyway, the first time I was on Twitter and I seen Cam got cut, we're not gonna delve into it. And everybody kept saying now he can play for Bishop Sycamore. I'm like, what the fuck is Bishop Sycamore? And then I got to looking.
It's a high school team.
During the second quarter of his 58-0 drubbing by IMG Academy on Sunday, Bishop Sycamore got the attention it saw. With the team down 30-0, ESPN announcers implied Bishop Sycamore lied in order to get on television. Since then, the sports world has been desperate to discover what is Bishop Sycamore and how did the school scam ESPN to airing one of his games. Digging too deep into the situation only invites more questions. Some are answerable, others lead more complicated roads. Here's everything we currently know about Bishop Sycamore. Bishop Sycamore entered public consciousness during a 58 blowout loss to IMG Academy. During the contest, ESPN announcement said Bishop Sycamore told the network the team had multiple top recruits. ESPN did not verify that, leading to the announcers to imply the network was duped. The information should be easy to verify, right? Hypothetically, yes, there are websites like Rivals.com dedicated to high school athletes and college recruits. If Bishop Sycamore really had a number of Division I prospects on the team, those players would be on the site. I'm a familiar person with Rivals. You ever from Rivals? One of the best. You can go back there and look at like different classes of high school and you know what I'm saying, or the basketball, football. Go back like who was the top recruit in 2007, 2006.
That shit, just Google that shit every time I want to know some shit.
Hell yeah. But you get the whole list. And I'll be counting who failed.
I like
it's fucked up. Anyway, listen. These niggas not only weren't really a real high school. The coach was wanted on an open warrant. And listen, they said that these niggas were in their 20s and 30s. Getting smacked around by high school children, man. Can you imagine? The Wildcats turned in their grave, man. The Wildcats did not die for this, man. Hey, this shit is incredible. They don't even have, they said, where is it located? The exact address is not known. Bishop Sycamore, which has been described as the online-only charter school, currently listed as a P.O. box as his address. How in the fuck stupid is ESPN, man? We all could have been on ESPN as anchors and shit, but Bishop Sycamore beat the city and shit, man. This is...
I could have been like, man, I got a Peabody and everything.
On everything. Hey, listen.
Some of them I'm adjusting right now, dog.
Schedule and everything. Like fake games happening.
Bishop Sycamore.
They quarterback name was Trillion.
They lost 58 points.
This shit, listen, the entire quote sounds extremely weird and suspicious. The quote is prior to COVID, the design of it is they go into the building, they have their computers, they sit, they do classes, have some adults that are there to monitor what they do. They said the quote sounds suspicious. It does. You hear me, niggas? I said, this shit is very disturbing. They go to Bishop Sycamore. This is what was going on in the halls of Bishop Sycamore.
That's probably the principal
To make things even more weird, a player who was reportedly a member of Bishop Sycamore's football team, I don't think they had a fucking nickname. That's fucked up, the old niggas. Went to private. He went private on Twitter. That player, quarterback Jalen Knight, is listed as a student at Perry Hall High School in Maryland on the website Hulu. Another player, Trillion Harris, also claimed to play for Bishop Sycamore after 3 seasons at Colleen High in Ontario. These niggas have to be Nigerian. This is Nigerian level.
The biggest finesse.
Harris is listed as a senior at Bishop.
ESPN.
Listen, ESPN is some big games. Bishop Sycamore launched a GoFundMe, and this is how you know they some niggas. Because listen to this amount. Seeking $20,000 to fund his football team. It made 100. It made 100.
Yes.
Come on, keep them applause, nigga. It made $140 before the fundraiser stopped accepting donations. Can you imagine how you just give up? You keep checking, like, yeah, I know somebody's going.
I was about to say 140,000.
You know?
I was like, yeah, these niggas made it.
Also, it's evidence the team played the game just 2 days before taking on IMG and Ian. Hey, Jeremy, what you about to do? Shit. Watch TV. Why, what's up? ESPN trying to play on TV. What? You know what I'm saying? You see on ESPN? Who we gonna play? The Lakers? What's wrong with this nigga? He talking about the Lakers.
Just come.
Yeah, just come on. You get out there and shit, man. You gotta shave. You come though. You gotta shave.
You know they told them niggas,
Hey,
we about to bust these high school niggas' asses.
niggas on Bishop Sycamore pulling up in their cars with baby seats in the back. You know what I'm saying? And beer bottles and shit.
It's about to be
Come
so
on,
many
man.
Bishop Sycamore jerseys. Man.
They would.
Oh, I'm getting me one.
It's about to be so many. That's like the fire festival, nigga. Like,
And that's that made a meme with y'all on that bullshit. Said that him and the white boy, whatever it was, played for Bishop Sycamore on everything. Listen, I need a Bishop Sycamore
I
jacket.
need one too. I ain't gonna lie.
I need one. Soon as I see what the fuck they look like, I'm getting
I
one.
never looked it up, but that's
I'm
like a
looking
symbol
now.
of finesse.
Definitely.
From now on.
I'll overcome. That's what we're gonna wrap it up here though.
I went to Bishop Sycamore, nigga.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna start putting that on job applications just for fun.
I am Bishop Sycamore. Hey, what you know what I'm saying, closing? Any shout outs to the Trillion? Hold on, man. Bishop Sycamore, we all got Bishop Sycamore jerseys. Look at the background. It's just a Raider jersey with nothing on it. That's all it is.
Classic.
They had the Walmart.
The coach, man. The coach look like he need 20 racks, don't he? That's crazy.
My motherfucking Impala in the shop, nigga.
And who are these girls on the starting line
The
with him,
Walmart
man?
joints. Oh
Man,
man.
listen, man. These
That's
motherfuckers.
from the game.
Just like when you playing Madden and shit, you playing on a high school team where they ain't got no name and shit.
That's why the coach out there looking nervous, because they like, do they know this game ain't real? Shit, we gotta fake this shit.
How do you sit here and
40
just
fucking.
Can you imagine their eyes when they seen that young nigga speed?
can you imagine you been smoking cigarettes all goddamn day chasing them niggas? You know what I'm
Everybody out of
saying?
shape like, hold on, halftime.
They came
Like,
to
the whole quarter.
They came to the game smoking, nigga.
Boy, I thought you was gonna get it. You know how many times you heard that? I thought you was gonna get it.
Kids probably talking shit like, you gonna die, old nigga?
Hey, that shit is crazy, nigga. This is like what is it?
Oh,
What is this
man.
equivalent to? This is
Where was they at? Because I know it's some snaps on there. I gotta Google the snaps
Hold
on
on,
that
what's
game.
worse? What's more unfair? These grown men trying to play this with men transition into quote unquote women and wrestling women. What's more fucked up? Let's keep it all in context. With the world we in today, are they really that bad?
Transition.
Good
Yeah,
grief.
I'm saying.
Because the men was playing men, wasn't they? And they just lied.
Hey, real quick though, real quick. Jeremy, if you got your sex change, do you think you get win the UFC championship as a woman? I'm just asking.
That was a true Jeremy question,
It's
though.
hypothetical, man. It's hypothetical. It's hypothetical. Do you think you can beat them bitches up? You think they can run for your money?
What the fuck? I'm never getting the fucking sex change.
He just pulled the you on you, though. He said, hypothetically, nigga, if you
Okay, hypothetically speaking,
you could win a gold
I
medal.
get it. I get the sex change. I would be the baddest female athlete of all time. I would just be like
Shit, Bruce Jenner.
crushing bitches. Yes, it'd be like ding ding ding. The moment the fight starts, the fight would end. I would come in there looking
Why
like
you talking in that fast voice, man?
Really
Talking
great
in
white
that
height.
voice, man. Where this voice come from? Hold on. Finish your story.
I would talk.
This is my fucking Professor Frank out from the Simpsons, nigga. Flying.
I was not going to get a job in like instantaneously. Like, and then I would want to have sex with that.
First thing you do is get a tongue ring. I already know you was fast. You get a tongue ring. That's the first thing you would do because you overly sexual. Wouldn't you? It's fucked up you consider.
No, I'm saying like nigga, when
tongue
ring you become gay? I mean, they gay now and shit, but I don't think back in the day they was gay and shit.
Did you know what he meant with tongue ring?
Nigga,
That didn't strip.
Lord Infamous nigga
That
had a tongue ring and he had this shit going through the.
hold on. Do you
Follow at Go Jason on all social media.
get him to that tongue ring, James?
We got a new episode or something coming out on Monday, probably.
Dude, maybe. Probably maybe.
Probably maybe.
And I'm gonna share
Look at that. Look at that nigga stepping up to the plate. You a real nigga. Oh, I'm turn that gay music off. That's for you. That's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Blue Lagoon, the Blue Magic.
The Blue Oyster.
Oh,
you
Blue
know,
Oyster.
you see, that music bring it out of you. If that music in you, that music bring it out of you. If it's in you, that music will bring it out of you.
Try to straighten this shit up,
I
man.
used to love
The best podcast you never heard of, episode 177, nigga. Tune in on all streaming platforms, niggas.
Cause it's free.
Right.
We'll be back, man, next Tuesday. Ain't nobody heard from Jabbar. I don't know where Jabbar is.
That was a perfect, like, maybe that's what he doing. Long walk.
Peace.